Hi, this is Trevor Conkergood, the software manager for R&K Distributing, and I would like to thank you for becoming a new software owner because this video is all about, how to download and install and activate your new R&K software. And when I say R&K software, it's because R&K Distributing actually has several different softwares that we make for the different brands of our company. And so whether you have Floriani software, or where you have Embellish Maker software, or the Craft and Cut software, or the Design and Quilt software, or even the My Design Album software, this video will explain how to download, install, and activate your program. And so if you're ready to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to pop over onto my computer workspace where I can show you all about the rnksoftware.club website. And so notice up at the top that the web address is rnksoftware.club. And if you've purchased any of our software, then you should have a DVD case. And I know that there may be a DVD inside, although these days we don't even put a DVD in the case. In the olden days, of course, there was, but and that is because the latest version of the program can always just be downloaded from the website. And so when you're purchasing the software, you'll get a DVD case, and really what you're getting is your activation code that's going to be inside that case. And also inside the case would be instructions on how to install it. So if you like to read and kind of follow along, just get your DVD case and go through. And I'm going to try to visualize that a little bit. And so here we are on my Windows workspace, and I visited the rnksoftware.club website. That is the address of our main website for all of our programs. And notice the little ribbon here with all the different programs listed, whether it's the popular Floriani FTCU or the awesome Design and Quilt software, or whether you've got our Floriani Fusion software, the Embellish Maker software. And if you've got a program and you don't see it in the main list here, just click on where it says more, and that will show you all of the different software downloads that are available from R&K. And so whatever program it is that you own, you need to visit that page to be able to download it. And so, for example, if you purchase the Design and Quilt software, then you would visit this page. And notice right at the top of the page, it says Design and Quilt. You know you're in the right place. And right at the top of the page, there's a button. If I scroll down, you'll see there's a few more options, like being able to watch the training videos and, the download the user manual. But this is where you go to download the program. And so if you visit that page, what you'll see is this is the latest version of the program. This is when it was released. And click here to start your download. And so go ahead and download any of the R&K software. If you haven't purchased it and you downloaded it, then you could use it in what's known as kind of a demo mode. We wouldn't be able to save or print, but you could try the Design and Quilt software. If I go back to the home button, I have all the options again. And so if you purchase Design and Quilt, that's where you download. But if you purchased any of the Floriani programs, and that could be FTCU or Total Quilter, and sometimes people have purchased a bundle of software. It might be called the Floriani Universal Bundle. Just know that any of the links that say Floriani, they all go to the same place, actually. The videos will be different. So notice if I click on Sketch-A-Stitch, then I have a page for Sketch-A-Stitch with a link to download it. That's the same link for all Floriani pages. But each Floriani page has its own videos to watch and user manuals and other content that you might want to visit. And so by clicking on the home button, it brings you back to the main page where you can choose the different sort of sections. And like I'm saying, any of the Floriani sections will get you to the very same download page. The videos might be different, but the download page, this is the download page for the Floriani software. Now, if you don't own the Floriani software, you could download it anyways, because the C stands for Creative Express, and that's a free version. Fusion is our new owner's version. FTCU is the more deluxe version. So just know that Fusion is a portion of FTCU. And if you have FTCU, then you also have Fusion. You have all of that. The Q stands for Total Quilter. The S is for Sketch-A-Stitch. The L is for Lettering Master. The R is for Rainbow. And if you actually purchase the Universal Bundle, then what you really purchased is all of these things at the same time. So no matter what you purchased, if it's Floriani, you click here to start the download. And maybe I'll just go ahead and click on that so you can see what happens. You can see up here, there's a little progress. It's downloading the program right now. That might be different depending on what web browser you use. So I'm running Windows 11 with Microsoft Edge, but if you use Google Chrome or Windows 10 with a different browser, it'll be similar but different. But just know that whenever you click on a download link, it's going to be saved into a folder in Windows called Downloads. And I can see that it's done now. The progress is finished, and it actually has a link there that says Open File. And I can literally just click on that to open the file. But just know that if you're looking for that file, you could use your Windows program, File Explorer, and visit your Downloads folder, and that's where you'll find it, right? Floriani Software Setup.exe. And if you click on it, actually double click on it, it will begin the installation. And so I'll go ahead and let it install while we wait here. So I'm going to go through the steps. So do I want to allow Floriani Software Installer to install onto my computer? Yes. So now it begins the process. It might take a moment or two for this to happen, but you'll be able to see me go through the steps. Of course, I already have the Floriani software, so I'm simply installing over top of my copy of it. But that's not a problem. You can always update the software at any time. But if you're a new owner, then you would be going through just like this. So notice it comes to a sort of a series of windows where I really just need to say next. You need to accept the user license agreement and then choose next. You can put in here your name or your organization if you choose, and say next. And typically, if you're a new owner, then you just want to say complete install and say next. And the last button is simply the install. And so now it actually goes to work and it does the actual installation process is happening now as we speak. And so we'll just wait for that to complete. And once it's complete, what I'll be able to do is open my Floriani software and show you what it looks like when it's the free version, Creative Express, and then show you how to activate your paid version to get access to, of course, all of the great features that you just can't wait to use. And so this part is, not too long, but it's a series of steps. And so you just kind of wait for it to get to the point where it'll eventually allow me to say finish, so that's basically what we're waiting for at this point, is that there it is, the button, to say finish, and we're done, right? And so technically the program has been installed and the installation process is complete. It doesn't automatically start up the program or anything like that. Now you'll probably find on your desktop an F, and that F stands for Floriani, and you'll double click to start the program, and a silver kind of window opens up, says welcome to Floriani software. Your software is loading based on the program you have registered. And so essentially, because you're a new owner and you haven't activated it yet, then when it opens, it will be what we call Creative Express. And Creative Express is technically a free program that has a handful of very helpful abilities that really any person that owns an embroidery software, an embroidery machine, would love to own the Floriani Creative Express. And of course, that gives them the ability to try the other Floriani software, because we have a demo mode. So notice the Floriani software today page comes up for Creative Express. It's got links to things like, starting a software support ticket or learning what's new, all kinds of options. But you can explore this a little bit further as a new owner, but typically it's something that we often just close, unless we happen to be, looking for that kind of information. And right now, what I have is Floriani Creative Express. This is the free Floriani software. It has a handful of great features. For example, I can use the library to browse my computer and visualize and see my designs in a nice kind of visualized way like this. I can open up an embroidery design. I can use our slow redraw tool. This is the Creative Express program. So if you've purchased a Floriani software, perhaps you purchased Sketch-a-Stitch, or maybe it was FTCU, or perhaps you purchased a bundle like the expansion pack or the the universal bundle. You're going to want to activate that. And so you have a number that's your activation code, and you'll find that on the inside of the DVD case. There will be a label that we would have stuck in there with a unique number that is unique to you. And once you use it the first time, you will become a registered owner of the software, and we will always be able to look your information up. It's a good idea to keep your DVD case for austerity. But that said, once you activate it for the first time, if you do lose that case, no worries. We can look up the information. So all that said, how do you do it? It's under the menu at the top. You're going to actually go to the one that says help. And notice under help, there is an option called the license activator. And I'm going to click on that right now. And a window opens up. And so here's where you're going to need to provide the information. The ones that have a little asterisk are the ones that are required. So you need to put your name, the city you live in, your zip code or your postal code, your country code, your email, and that's all the required stuff. And then what do you want to activate? So if you're brand new, you can activate Creative Express without any code at all. But if you've purchased software, so perhaps you purchased one of our bundles, like the Universal Bundle, that actually activates everything all in one code. All you have to do is choose that option and then type the info in here. And what I can do is paste it and say activate. And so it says my activation was successful. And now if I close this, it's going to tell me that it needs to restart for the program, to take effect. And so we say, okay, do I want to save what I was working on? No. And away we go. And so now the program is going to shut down and you need to start it again. And when you start it again, it will now have the software that you have activated. And so that could be the Floriani Universal Bundle, like we just activated there, but that could also be the Sketch-a-Stitch program. Or if you downloaded Embellish Maker and activated it, then that's the same procedure, 100%. Same procedure for Design and Quilt software. You download it, and then you install it, and then you activate it. And so notice now that I've activated it, all of the amazing buttons and tools that are available for us to use in the awesome Floriani software. And so essentially, those are the first steps for a new owner, just to get the program downloaded and installed. Beyond that, you're probably going to want to spend more time on your RNK Software Club website. There are lots of great videos that you can watch. And so, for example, if I go back to the home page, if it was the Floriani software and I click on FTCU, there's an option right here for Total Control training videos. And you might want to do some of the fundamentals or maybe learn about lettering or digitizing. And so there's different categories. Once you select a category, then you can start watching videos. And there are lots of great videos to watch. They are topic specific. And so scrolling through and looking for topics is helpful. We hope to add some searchability in the future, but just know that a great place to start is probably the fundamentals videos. That said, if you go back to the homepage and you purchase the Design and Quilt software, then you would, of course, visit the Design and Quilt page. And really, it's the same thing. You're going to find the Design and Quilt training videos. And there's a Getting Started playlist, and those are probably the best videos to watch. That said, there's a Quilt Blocks playlist and a Quilt Layouts playlist and artwork for applique playlist, etc., etc. And so one thing that I would like to say maybe finally is if you need any help at any point in time in this process, I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video, but from anywhere on our website, you can find the link to support. It's on every page. It's always there. And if you click on the link for support, you'll see there are 3 options. The software support ticket, the website support ticket, and the newsletter support ticket. Well, essentially the software support ticket's the one that if you're learning, if you're brand new and you just got it, and you want to, get help with any part of the installation process, please just click here to start a support ticket. You can tell us what program you own, tell us your serial number and some basic information like what kind of windows do you have. And that starts your ticket. And then we will reply to you by email. And from that point, it becomes an email conversation. And we're very happy to help you with any of our software questions that there are. If you purchase the Floriani software, there are things like free designs that you would need to log into this website. The training videos are open and you don't need to be logged in to watch them, but to get the free monthly designs, you'll notice that, and I've already signed in, so it didn't stop me, but here, let me click the sign out button. So notice right at the top is where the sign in button is. So notice now, if I go to Floriani and I go to where it says free monthly designs, it puts a stop and says, you need to be logged in to be able to go to that page. And so then I would log in. Now, a lot of times new owners don't know how to get the access to this page. And so let me describe that process perhaps a little bit, because what you're actually going to do is you're going to activate your software. And when you activate the software, that actually sends your information to us and we manually add you to the club. And so it takes about 1 business day. If you were to activate your software today, then probably tomorrow, if it was a business day, you would get an email inviting you to make your password. So give it a day or 2. And if you don't get the email, check your junk mail, because sometimes that happens, right? People goes to spam or whatever. If it's not there, don't be shy. Go on the rnksoftware.club website and do a website support ticket. Because when you click on support, there were 3 options, and the newsletter would have been the final one if you need help with the newsletter. But so I hope this video was helpful. I hope you love your new RNK software. We want to thank you very much for purchasing it and supporting RNK. And we are so thrilled to have you as a new customer. And we just look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions or any comments, we would love to hear from you. And so once again, use the support ticket system to communicate with us. Outside of that, thank you so much for listening today. And bye for now.